Am I finally happy with the lift and tire setup that I have on my 2020 Tacoma? Well, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is a balmy 86 degrees here today, 67% humidity, and fairly cloudy, you guys can see up there. It is a great day to film videos outside here in South Texas. Ew. Well, here's something for you real quick. For those of you who are bug people, that is a cockroach. We are, fortunately it's a dead cockroach, but we are in South Texas. They're everywhere here. Pretty much where I live anyway. But the point of the video, am I happy with the lift and wheel and tire setup that I have with my 2020 Tacoma? First of all, let me tell you what I have. It is a 3.2 ready lift. It is a coilover lift in the front with Bilstein 6112, I think, shocks or struts, and then 5100s in the rear. Let me show you that real quick. You can kind of see it a little bit down here. There's the setup. This was all one unit, which is what really attracted me to this. It came with the shocks or the struts inside the coilovers. It does have a bit of a spacer on the top, so we did not get away from the spacer lift. And then of course in the back we have the blocks still on with the Bilstein 5100s down there. The short answer is yes. I am very happy with the setup that I have now. If you watch the channel, then you know I had numerous complaints. I'll say it, complaints, problems with my prior setup. Not really indicative of the lift itself. It was just a 3.2 ready lift, block and spacer, nothing with the shocks or struts or anything like that. And I had a bounce problem and a ride quality problem, just all kinds of little, really nitpicky things. I mean, I know it's a truck. You're still gonna have a little bit of a rougher ride just because of what it is. Now, has it solved the problem? Well, yeah, it has. I mean, the bounciness that I had is gone. I won't say it's completely gone because, again, it is a truck. You are going to get a little bit of bounce to it. But no issues as far as that goes. I am very happy with the way that it turned out. I love the stance of it. Now, a lot of people have commented, well, a few, that they can see that, yeah, it's a little bit taller in the front. It's about 3.5 inches up there, and it's 3 inches or so here in the back, the total lift, due to the blocks and all that stuff. And I know it's supposed to be a 3.2 ready lift, but the difference is about a 1/2 inch overall when comparing it to level. I can't really see it, I suppose, unless I look real close to it. It's not really a big issue for me. If you really pay attention and really study it, I suppose you can tell that it's about a 1/2 inch taller in the front. I've had a couple of people ask me, you know, hey, are you going to do anything, maybe some kind of a leaf spring change or something like that, to get rid of that 1/2 inch difference in the front? And no, I'm not. Frankly, I've got it set up now the way that I want it, and I certainly don't want to do anything. Got lots of gnats out here, so if you see me swiping across the screen, that's why. But I'm not really gonna do anything, I guess, to alleviate that. I'm not looking to add anything else to it because I don't want to do anything to jeopardize the lift that I have now or the ride quality that I have now. You know, like I said before, it was rather difficult to get set up the way that I wanted it. So I'm happy with the way that it is, and I think I finally solved the issue. So I guess for anybody out there who's looking to do some sort of a lift, I would suggest, number one, do your research. And number two, I would recommend this lift. I think it really satisfies what I was looking for, and it really gets rid of that bounciness that you may experience if you go with just, you know, the old standard 3.2 block and spacer lift, regardless of what brand you go with. Now, as far as cost goes, yeah, it's more expensive. I mean, when you throw the Bilsteins in there, the coilovers, the labor, all of that, The total cost to do this job was about 1,600 bucks, I think, in the end, something like 1,700, I think. That doesn't include the wheels and the tires, which I'll talk about here in just a second. But it's not cheap, but it's certainly not as expensive as you can go. I mean, you can spend thousands on suspension lifts if you want to, and I'm not sure that's really necessary unless you are a rough trail, huge, big-time off-roader, and maybe have a few sponsors who are paying for that setup. Otherwise, I would not recommend that you do that. This is perfect to get the look of a lifted truck, the way that a Tacoma should look, in my opinion. Now, real quick, before we get off of here, I know people always ask me about the wheels and the tires. I do have aftermarket wheels, of course, and aftermarket tires. These are Fuels. I love these because of the round design in the wheel. I've mentioned before, I also like that it kind of slopes down from the lip right here so water can run off. They are dirty now, but you can see there's no ponding or pooling marks from where water might have collected and then evaporated on there. That's a big pet peeve of mine, and I love the look. They're black. The only thing that I wish and may change, these came with, was blacked out Fuel logos here. I mean, I know Fuel wants to put their emblem and stuff on here for advertising purposes, obviously, but in going with an all black theme, I do kind of wish that this was blacked out, and I may paint this or do something with it myself, or I might even replace this little center thing if you can. I think that might pop out and I could put something aftermarket or customized in there. So that'll be something down the road. As far as the tires go, these are a Duratrack, as you can see, a Duratrack Wrangler tire. As far as the size goes, they are a 285/70 R17. You can see right there. So they are a rather big tire, pretty aggressive in the tread. You guys can see there, and pretty good width on them as well. They're definitely not a skinny tire. You guys can see there. So pretty good size. Obviously, nothing as giant as what are on my wife's. Hers, which you can see right here, are just huge. And these are, well, let me tell you here for point of reference, in case you're looking, these are a 295/55 R20 with a 20-inch wheel, obviously. So much bigger than what I have on my Tacoma, but you're going to suffer in ride quality with that as well. And one more thing, speaking of ride quality, you can notice, and I'll use my wife's as an example here again. If you look at the wall size here, this distance here, fairly narrow, I mean a little bigger than my hand. If you look at the tires on the Tacoma here, much wider. And that's going to give you a better ride because the tire is going to absorb all of the bumps and divots and potholes and things like that that you might go over on the road. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here, kind of talk about that for a minute. I'm very happy with the setup. I'm glad that I made the change. Not too happy that it took me so long to find it and the bit of extra money I spent to come up with it. I did sell the original lift, by the way, so recouped a little bit of money from that. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Let me know what lift you have and if you're happy with it. What setup you have, wheels, tires, lift. Is it giving you the ride quality that you want, or are you a bit disappointed? Be honest. Also, real quick, shameless plug, if you haven't before and you're interested, check out my other channel. It is RobMotionJT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator up there. Don't forget to click that notification bell, and if you would, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.